seeing the babies in our audience, but you know what? At some point, they're going to grow up and they're going to go to school and they're going to come home and you're going to want to drill them for information and they're not going to want to talk to you. So, Robina, we've got questions in from our viewers, and the first question I'm going to ask you is from one viewer who says, we always have dinner as a family, but my kids don't usually share much about their day when they ask them about their day. How can I encourage them to talk and to add to the conversation?
Because it's a very ongoing problem, and I hear this a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, no. And you know, God forbid if they use 3 words, they've exhausted themselves.
Yes.
So I think what would be a good idea is actually you create a little box for the middle of the table.
Yes.
And there are questions in that box. And each child, and it's kind of fun, but maybe slightly silly, but it gets the momentum going.
Yeah.
Each child has to pick a question and ask another member of the family that question.
Okay.
And then you have some ground rules. There is no yes or no. You have to use 26 words.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other thing also is you can't ask yes or no questions.
No.
So you've got to ask the open-ended questions.
Absolutely.
You still might not get much, but it'll put you in a better place. What I noticed at our dinner table is that they don't mind talking, but they don't want to talk about what I want to talk about. So I let them lead the conversation. So they want to talk about, you know, Minecraft and Pokemon for a while, and then it might come around to, and then, you know, this happened during carpet time, and then that's my chance.
Yeah.
To get in there and say, oh, and what else happened? And what did you like about that? What did you not like? Like,
Yeah.
what was bad about today?
Yeah.
Oh, so-and-so is still bothering you? And then you can sort of get into it.
Because sometimes if you know, it's just like you, if you come home, you may not want to talk about work. So when you open the conversation with, how was school today? Do they really want to talk about school?
Yeah,
they've just been there for that many hours. It's the last thing they want to talk about. So sometimes that redirection and getting it out that way, perfect.
Okay, I love this question that came in from a viewer. There are times I don't like any of my children. Is this normal?
I love her honesty.
So do
I think a lot of people feel like that at times. I've heard people say, did I give birth to that child? You know, I've heard all kinds, I've heard my sister say that. I've heard all kinds of things. And I think, you know what, there are stages that you go through that are very, very difficult for you to deal with. And there are times that, you know what, I love you, I gave birth to you. It doesn't necessarily mean I have to like you.
And not in this moment.
Not in this moment. We would like you to come back to the table and love them one day, so I think you need to work on it. But seriously, it's okay. Yes, it is normal.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of parents go through it,
Maybe let yourself off the hook a little bit, because there are very few people in your life that you are in like with at every moment that you are with them, right?
Yeah.
So just because they're your kids doesn't mean that sometimes your kid doesn't like you very much either.
No.
Right?
You know
it's a two-way street.
And the other thing, Tracy, is that you can sometimes have that that clash of personalities, or that child is very much like you, and that's why you don't like them. I see that a lot. And I actually said to former employees, gosh, she's you. You know? And she is. I'm like, she's exactly you. And they don't believe it because they don't want to hear that. But the truth of the matter is they don't get on because of that.
Right. You know? It happens, and that's okay.